Hey everybody, Julie here from Mostly Caffeinated. I wanted to talk today about my goals for this year. It is July, so it's the middle of the year, and I started noticing that people were uploading like the year so far or a review of how their goals are going. And it's not that I like to piggyback off other people's videos ideas. I really didn't know it was the middle of the year. That didn't occur to me until I started seeing these things pop up in my subscription feed. So, particularly Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together evidently has her stuff more together than me because she knew it was the middle of the year and recorded a video. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the middle of the year. I should record a video. So here we are to talk about my 2017 goals and how they are going so far. These are broken up by category because that's how they are. Like, I'm a written down person. So I wrote down all these things at the beginning of the year and stuck them in my planner, which I think I talked about in a planner video. And if I did, I'll give you an iCard up there. But they are divided by section of my planner, by like categories. So that's how I'm going to go through them for you. And first of all, let me talk about my process for just a second. At the very beginning of the year, I went through and I'm talking too fast, I'm sorry. I made New Year's resolutions for each kind of area of how I spend my time. So I made resolutions for my homemaking, for my family, for my blog, my YouTube channel, and what I call personal growth, which is things like reading or taking classes or like mental health, self-care, that kind of stuff. And so I wrote those down at the very beginning of the year and I pasted them in the front of each divider of my planner. So when I turn to that section to plan things, mark things off, make to-do lists, what have you, my goals are there looking at me. And then each month what I do is I printed off this sheet. Now, if I can figure out where I got this, I'll link it for you in the down bar. But this was some kind of download. I printed these all off at the beginning of the year. I made 12 of these, one for every month. So I really hope I didn't do copyright infringement or something, and now I'm showing it in this video. I'm hoping this was a free download from somewhere. We'll see. I don't really remember. But anyway, I downloaded 12 of these, printed them off, and punched them so that they fit in my planner, and each month I fill one out. So my goal is for the month of this. And then here I kind of take a few goals that I'm specifically working hard on that month. So I go to my resolutions list, I look, what are some things I haven't done much or I feel particularly motivated to do this month? I write them here and I put some check marks for how many times I'm doing them, like a habit tracker type of thing, but it's for myself. So for instance, I like to write at least one blog post a week. So I put weekly blog posts and then I put 4 check marks for the month, and then I can check off check marks for like boxes. Okay, and I can check off each week if I do it. So it's like a habit tracker of that goal. And then it's got 2 extra boxes, things I need and my notes. And up here I literally write things I need. So if my goal, one month my goal was like to finish all the costumes for camp. Okay, well I needed to fix my sewing machine, so I wrote that here. Or if I need to like purchase an object to do a homemaking task or something, I'll write that there. And then notes is like, I almost use this as like a dashboard in my planner. So sometimes I'll stick a sticky note here of things I want to write in the baby book. And one of my goals this year was to keep up with the baby books. Sometimes I'll put a sticky note here for like, oh, I heard some interesting factoid that kind of goes with one of my self-care goals. I'll put it here. Whatever. So I'm using these every month. Okay. Now on to my actual resolutions. In my happy planner, I've got videos about my happy planner. I'll link that. But the first section in my planner is my homemaking section. So I'm going to be referring to these. Homemaking goals this year were to meal plan every week. I'm doing a lot better than I did last year. I can't say I've done it every week, but it's improving. To have supplies but not be storing excess. I'm doing really well at this. I'm using up like toiletry products, paper products, cleaning products, and not getting new ones until I need them. And it's really nice. Continuous decluttering. continuous was a poor choice of words. So I am always decluttering, but very, very slowly. I wish that I had the time to set aside to full up KonMari meth in my house again. That would be like the third time. Because I have this itch to just get rid of things, to downsize even more. But I don't have the time to dedicate to that, so I'm kind of doing one space at a time, which I know you're not supposed to, whatever. But like, I'll look at the space in front of me, realize there's more things in there that I want, and just start getting rid of them. Less waste, as in I knew I couldn't go zero waste for my lifestyle, my preferences, and my family. That's just not possible. But I wanted to try to reduce waste. I'm not sure how well that's going. Without a grocery store where I can buy packaging-free foods, I'm struggling with how to reduce my waste. I don't know. Monthly and semi-annual tasks. I am working on that. I found for me it's easier that as I go along, I write down what I'm doing monthly and semi-annually. And then in the next month or the next semi-annual time, I can refer to that list. I do have like a monthly cleaning chart that I've been keeping of things that I should do about once a month. So this is going okay. Overall, my home goals, I'm like 1 really solid, 2 pretty good, and 2 not happening. Okay, next section of my planner is the family section. So here, my resolutions were 1 completely free day per weekend. Say no. And this we are committed to. We have done almost every single weekend of this entire calendar year, and it's working out beautifully. We will write down everything that we are required to do, that we are pre-scheduled to do, that we are already committed to on our calendar for the month. I will look at the weekends, and if we have an open weekend, we will plan some kind of family activity one of the days, or an activity with one of our friends. We'll plan to have dinner with somebody, whatever. And then the other day of each weekend, we will block out. So if somebody all of a sudden invites us to a barbecue on Saturday, but we already planned an outing for ourselves the next day, we'll say no. If there is an event that we could go to, like school is all of a sudden throwing an event, and we could go, but it's not required for my husband's job, we don't go. And it's really giving us 1 day per weekend to just stay home, to focus on the family, the home, having quiet time together, and it's freeing from having to make the decision. We don't hem and haw with each other about whether or not we want to do this thing. It's just, oh, nope, that weekend already has an activity, so we're not doing it. So that one we're doing. No devices while playing with the children. I did really well on this until summer vacation, and then I don't know what happened. It's like there was a rope I didn't know I had, and I reached the end of it. And all of a sudden it was like I couldn't get enough free space. I had no personal time. I had no personal space. My like introvert self was just freaking out that I was spending too much time intensively mentally with other people. And I started trying to zone out by using like social media and things while I was playing with my kids. And I don't like it. It doesn't make the day better. Like that pocket of time, I feel detached, but my kids don't behave as well. I'm not enjoying my children as much. And my husband spends time on his devices while playing with the children, and it bothers me. So then when I do it, I have like, I'm bothered at him plus guilt that I'm already doing it. So I was on the wagon until summer. I'm hoping to get back on the wagon. I gotta get in like a mental space where I'm not trying to like escape in the middle of the day. I don't know what happened. I lost my morning time. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. But I lost my personal recharge time, and I'm struggling with it. Maybe that's in my personal growth goals. Okay, so a completely free day per weekend, happening. No devices while playing with the kids, not happening. And then I wrote this out weirdly for myself, but what the gist of it is is that I've made a conscious effort not to complain about my family. And I allowed myself one exception, my one dear good friend, the co-writer of my blog, Deb. Other than to her, because everybody needs an outlet, okay? But other than to her, I am trying very hard, a conscious effort, not to ever speak ill of my husband or of my job as a professional mother or to air my frustrations or my grievances about my family. Because really, my family's business is my family's business. And I've chosen to be a professional mother. And anything that's going wrong in my household or that's upsetting me about my children's behavior or my husband, it's really on me to open communication with those people, to work on discipline with my children, to work on keeping a home environment that fosters healthy relationships. I talk about that in a blog post. I can't link that up here. I can't make an iCard for a blog post. I'll link it down below about motherhood masochism, about people who just complain and stress and self-medicate with wine and things like that because they've chosen to be a mother, but they're not proactively causing their lives to be enjoyable. But anyway, conscious effort not to be complaining, essentially. And that one, I think I've been doing decently well as you can do about a goal like don't complain. It's not super measurable, but I think I've been doing well. So I've been doing 2 things well and 1 thing well until recently, and I hope to get my mojo back. Personal growth. I wanted to read 12 books this calendar year, which for people with reading goals is not very many. But considering that I've been reading like 1 book a year since my children were born, and I am an avid reader, this was a lofty jump for me. And so far, let me check my reading list. So far this year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I've read 7 books. 7 books in 6.5 months. I'm pretty excited about that. I do have a reading list, and there are several things left on here. But I've done 7 out of my 12 books, so I'm on target. Oh yeah, here it is in my personal goals. Get up at 6 a.m. daily. While school was in session, I did this. It was wonderful. As Miracle Mornings style, wonderful. I had at least an hour, if not 2, of time to myself before my children woke up. I was doing Bible study. I was doing personal growth reading. I was doing blog writing. I was filming videos. I was editing videos. I was working on projects. I was filling out baby books. I was planning. I was making shopping lists. It was beautiful. And then when summer hit, a couple of things combined. It's like a perfect storm. First of all, my husband is home in the mornings. So even if I get up really early, I'm not actually alone, which maybe this is very personal to me. Maybe it's my personality type. But if there's somebody else in the house, it's not the same. It's not the same as being truly, truly alone and recharging. And then my children started getting up earlier and earlier and earlier. And now they get up at 6:30. They were always 8 a.m. wakers, and now they wake up at 6:30. So the way my brain works, I feel like I know they're going to be up in half an hour, and that's not enough time for me. So like, why bother to get out of bed? I know, but that's how I feel about things. So that has not been going well this summer at all. This last 2 mornings, I got up at 5:30, which gave me an hour of at least child-free time, and that was better. Maybe I'll try 5. Maybe I'll just go to bed super, super early and try 5. We'll see. Weekly Bible reading. That goes hand in hand with my miracle mornings. I went out the window as soon as my ability to be alone in the mornings went out the window. I did it this morning because I got up earlier than usual. Shop for fun only 1 time per month. I managed to cut down my physical shopping. But, Amazon and the Wish app. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. More minimalism. I don't know why that's here. That's also my homekeeping goals. Schedule leisure activities. This I have been doing. As in my planner, I schedule what book I'm going to read and when I'm going to read it. And like which of my hobby activities I'm going to do, how I'm going to promote my blog that day, what blog post I'm going to write, what video I'm going to record, what days I'm going to go to the coffee shop by myself, what days I'm going to meet up with my co-author and hang out and or work, what days I'm going to journal, all that stuff. I have been doing that, and it's great. I don't usually drink my coffee like this. I don't know why I hold my cup so stupid. When I'm on YouTube, I suddenly get awkward. So of those goals, I am on target with my books, and I've scheduled my leisure activities. 2 things going super well. Getting up early and my Bible reading. I'm falling off the wagon. My shopping problem is still a problem. Okay, blog goals. My blog goals were to post weekly, to promote my posts on Instagram, and to promote my posts on Pinterest. Posting weekly has been happening again until the summer when I lost my morning time. Now I'm struggling. Promoting on Instagram for my blog has not really been happening. I've got to find a better method. It's clunky. I'm not liking it. Promoting on Pinterest, same. Having trouble there. I am in some blogger promote groups now all of a sudden on Facebook, which I didn't intend at the beginning of the year, and that's kind of sucking up the time that I was using to make these pins and stuff. I'm thinking I need to pull back a little bit from some of this promo business because I'm running out of time to actually write. And then my YouTube goals, weekly videos. I think I've been doing that. I don't know about all year, but I feel like pretty consistently I've been putting up at least 1 video a week. Scheduling my videos. Only recently have I gotten ahead on videos and been able to actually schedule them. I'd like to stay ahead, and that's getting a little bit hard. We'll see. Increase my viewership and subs. That's been working. I can't say I've been doing anything other than consistently uploading. But at the beginning of the year, where was I? 12 subscribers? Maybe 20 subscribers? I know I was really excited when I hit 40. I did my mug giveaway at 50, and now we're past 75. So I'm pleased with the growth of my channel. Links in description boxes. Sometimes. Promote on Pinterest and Instagram. So my promotions are not going well, but my uploading and my writing are going well. Okay, I have a separate YouTube tab, but my goals were on the same list as my blog goals. Whatever. Okay, so there are my goals. Now, like I said, I all of a sudden found myself in promotional groups on Facebook, which I didn't intend to do. So I gotta really sit down and do some thinking about those, how I feel about those, how much time I want to devote to those things. And then recently, all of a sudden, I didn't have enough projects, but this is how my ADD works, is I'm constantly finding new projects and getting really excited about them. I recently opened a Teachers Pay Teachers store. I know I'm not actively teaching, but I'm working on some materials for my husband over the summer, and I thought to myself, what better time to be uploading materials to Teachers Pay Teachers than during July when teachers are looking for materials. So what I did is I quick whipped up my first freebie, because that's what you have to upload to begin with. Uploaded that. Liked it. Took down my old freebie, redid it, and I'm almost finished with that. I'm going to upload it. And I have another packet that I'm working on. None of this is actually the stuff I'm making for my husband. I don't know. But anyway, I've just been having fun making teaching products. I haven't made anything teachery in a long time because I haven't taught in 2 years. So I'm having fun making the things. And, when I go back to the classroom, someday I could reuse these. I don't have to make my own materials because I'm kind of making a lot of things right now ahead of time. So that's fun. My husband can use them. We might make a little side income from me selling them. Maybe. That would be fun. That'd be fun and great. So that's my latest adventure. If you happen to be a teacher, I don't know if anybody watches me as a teacher. if you happen to be a teacher, or you're like me, a teacher on hiatus, and you're going to go back someday, and you want to poke around my TPT store, go ahead. I'll try to link it down below, but I'm mostly caffeinated there as well. When I do go back to teaching, I'm going to hitch another URL onto my website. I'm going to be mostly caffeinated teacher over in the blogging world as well. I've got this all rolling in my mind. ADD. This is like at least 4 years from now, if not more. And I've already got a plan for how I'm going to blog. But this is a 20-minute video. That is quite enough. Quite enough. I'm not sure the function this is going to serve in your life. If it's going to help you make goals for yourself next year, if it's going to make you realize that you're doing better at your goals than I am, good for you. If you want to leave me a comment, you're like, geez, Julie, get working on your goals. That's fine. If you want to talk motivation in the comments, how your goals are going in the comments, anything like that, go right ahead. Like, subscribe, share it around if you want to, and I'll see you later. Bye.